the fact of the matter is that Cabinet has taken a decision to say that we can't suspend this process any longer. It has all sorts of problems for us as a country and so on. We need to have a final decision, and then Cabinet said to try and reduce the impact. Let's find resources somewhere within the state coffers, and we really believe that. We've gone a long way to try and deal with this problem. So not necessarily saying that we were not aware of some of the negative implications to some of the users and so on. And also to address specifically the needs of your ordinary people, the poor and so on. We then said, let's zero rate public transport, because we believe that most of the people who are within the poor category and so on are using public transport. So basically it means that your poor are not going to be paying for these tariffs. All of those things were aimed at trying to find a balance. As I said, the concerns of the public, at the same time, the need for us to begin to honor.
All right. Let me get one word then from Mr. Vavi, and then read the emails. Inundated with so many emails, and I'll tell you what people are saying here, and including SMS as well. They have very strong views on this matter. Mr. Vavi?
Yes. Firstly, it is true that the government did have an agreement, and through the agency, the road agency, but it was behind closed doors, behind the back of the masses and way above their heads. And it was in possibly some cigar-filled room somewhere in the world without any due regard to the basic facts of the South African situation. We do not have a public transport system in the country that is efficient, that is affordable, that is accessible. That's your basic problem. Instead of addressing that, government has been putting in this mega project after mega project, mostly to respond to the interest of the elite in Sandton, flying into the Johannesburg International Airport, the OR Tambo Airport, and elsewhere, without taking any serious steps to ensure that the burden of the leg of public transport is removed from the shoulders of the poor. You know that South Africans, workers, pay anything between 40 times up to 60% of their meager income on public transport. It's a shame that in 18 years we're talking about. Secondly, this exemption of the public transport, the buses and the taxis from the tax is just very symbolic, because I think government cleverly calculated what contribution they will make, precisely because of the inadequacy of our public transport system. They realized that they will only lose 2% of the revenue that they were going to get in any case. So just remove them. There is no taxis, there is no buses that are traveling on those highways, precisely because there is not sufficient numbers of the public transport system that goes anywhere. Tell me, what is the public transport that goes from the highways between Pretoria and Johannesburg? None whatsoever. It is taxis, it is the private buses, it is hardly any public transport system. The core of the matter is that we do not have a public transport system.
All right, Mr. Methalelo is going to respond here. He's going to respond to some of the issues that Mr. Vavi has raised. But let me read emails here, because really a lot of people would like their views heard on this one. Here's one from Hendrik. It was the first one to come through. It says, the whole issue, or rather this whole issue of tolls must be resolved soon. We are already paying so much in many taxes. Government must understand that the majority of the people do not want this toll model. That's Hendrik. Another one came through from Tom. It says, the main issue here is that the public is not being told the whole truth. What we are dealing here with is a private company that has set profit margins and cash flow projections transactions that must be met. This is the real issue. If this was not an issue, the toll fees would be dropped down to 5 cents per kilometer, which would mean a longer payoff time, so someone won't make their money. The commoditization of services is a failed World Bank IMF type suggestion. Third world economies which has generated huge profits for individuals and done little for the country. As a principle, commoditization is a slippery slope. That's according to